delve deeper into the concept of being Superman by going through a few quotes from Nietzsche. This is probably my favorite quote of Nietzsche of all time. It goes something like this: "To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering." That's a famous quote by Nietzsche, and one of my favorite quotes of all time, if not my best quote of all time by Nietzsche. Right? What does that really mean though? That quote tells us that to live, to be human, is to suffer. Suffering is a human condition. Everybody in the world suffers. Doesn't matter who you are, whether you're rich, poor, in between, right? Everybody suffers. So suffering is just part of being human. But if you really want to survive and break out of your suffering and conquer your goals and maximize your potential, you have to fundamentally understand this quote and this concept in the sense that everybody is suffering, and to strive past that, you have to find meaning in your suffering. You have to find that why, that fuel in your suffering to motivate you to climb out of your suffering. We're getting very deep here, right? To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering, right? Because everybody in the world suffers. Doesn't matter whether you're in a developing country, third world country, rich country, does not matter. Everybody has ups and downs. That's part of being human, part of being alive. A life that's purely nothing but highs is pure fantasy. Everybody has ups and downs. Things ebb and flow, right? So regardless, the quote is basically telling you that don't complain about your suffering, right? Because that doesn't do anything. That's just being human. Suffering is never going away. It's been there since the beginning of time, and it will always be there, right? Even me, myself, to this day, I still suffer. I still have ups and downs, right? But to get out of that, you have to find meaning as to why you're suffering. Once you find that meaning, that why, you can climb out of your suffering and use that to motivate you, to fuel you, and take you out of your suffering. All right, so what exactly do I mean by that? You hear lots of people say that you have to find your why, right? That passion, what drives you, right? So let me follow this up with a second quote from Nietzsche. "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." Let's say that again. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how, right? So once you find that meaning, that why, it motivates you to strive for greatness, to maximize your potential. Because just think about this. Anybody who's ever accomplished anything great, has always had a why. They've had that motivation, that motivating factor that fuels them, that compels them to go out there and conquer the world, conquer their goals, right? Because anybody out there who's trying to do anything great on any level, suffering is just a byproduct of that. You can't become great without having any suffering, right? Even people who are trust fund babies, right? They still have suffering, right? Nobody takes you seriously. They think you made all your money, whatever, right? But just picture this. How much suffering did LeBron James have to go through to become the best basketball player in the world? Imagine the hours, thousands and thousands of hours he spent in the gym, while his friends were out there playing video games, going out there having fun. He was treating this as a job since he was a kid, right? Imagine all these people who blow up out of nowhere, right? Those 15 seconds of fame, those people who blow out of nowhere overnight success, that never happens. It comes from sweat equity, right? So that suffering they have, in order to soldier through that suffering, they have to find that why, that meaning. That's what helps them survive. Imagine the amount of suffering Elon Musk had to go through to take not one, not two, but 3 companies public with an IPO, right? Tesla, SolarCity, and First Solar, I believe is the other one, I'm not sure, right? But you guys get the point though. This guy didn't take just one company public, 3 separate companies public with IPOs. I mean, sure, he became a billionaire doing that. So Elon Musk has this saying where he says that after he sold his company and made billions of dollars, he was still broke because he took all that money he made and put it into new companies to start them and finance them off the ground. So he had to borrow money from somebody else to pay rent,